So I'm going to cover a topic that you really don't really much hear from any pastors or any Christians about how people used to live long in the days of old. They used to live to 700 years old, but we pretty much know the story. So here's the thing: why aren't we living as long as they were back in the days? So here's the thing. So if you go back to the days of old, right? When things were beginning, when God first created the heavens and the earth, we all know Genesis, right? So I believe that everything was pure, everything was for purpose. Things still for purpose now today, yes, but things was for a purpose where long life was to populate, and they had cleaner air, the best of vegetables and fruit, and just everything was just operating right? Because God orchestrated these things, right? God was in full control of all these things, so He allowed these things to happen. So I believe over the course of years, let's go centuries, right? And so now that things have become so tainted that the air quality isn't good, then now you have food that is tainted. We all know what food consists of. That's why I say gluten is a sin, right? Because when you overindulge in these things and the food that we eat today, especially fast food and stuff like that, it's just really not good for our bodies, and it tears the temple down, and it's just not good. That's why you have the bloating situation, and that's why you have diabetes, and that's why you have certain diseases, and that's why people become obese and so forth. Not saying that being obese is problematical, because some people are born with big bones. So all of us are built the way God has orchestrated us to be. Not everybody can be skinny. So let's just clarify that. So I believe that things are different now here, and so our lifespan is much shorter. The longest I believe a person has lived probably up to 120, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but we're rarely getting to 100. And I believe that here's the thing, and I believe that God shortened our lifespan because of our ways, because now we're overly populated. And not saying that it's bad, but I'm saying that, as the things we eat, the things we consume, the things that we do, then we have a lot of murder, we have a lot of killings, we have just a lot of things that pretty much tear down the factor of us to live longer. Although some of us are healthy, we run, you do cardio, you work out, you eat right, but yet you can still pass away at the age of 80 or at the age of 60. And the reason why I believe because of this magnitude because of the things that we are accustomed to. It's the air quality. It's just mental things that we deal with, or things that is just going on operational inside of us, so we just don't know, but we have to know that it's for a greater cause and for a greater purpose, and only God knows that. And these are questions maybe you got when you get there. I don't think you want to question them anyway, but these are things that I feel that we should talk about, because it's really pretty much interesting to know, like, why is our lifespan is pretty much shortened to what it is today. But I am blessed to be whatever age that I am today, because a lot of us say, oh, I wish I was this age again, or I wish I can go back to that, and a lot of us that are up in that age, in your 30s or your 40s or your 50s, you want to lie about your age and say that that's why they say, oh, the new 40s, the new 30. No, be your age, because be blessed that you are that age, because a lot of people are not reaching that age. You got people dying at the age of 7, people dying at the age of 13, people dying at the age of 20, people dying at the age of 45. So be blessed that you are the age that you are, so you can continue to keep living higher. Maybe your lifespan can get to 90, by the grace of God. You have lived the full capacity of your life, I say, when you get to that age of 100, even when you get to 80, because you have lived a more percentage of your life than those who have lived their life at the age of 50 or 14. My son died at the age of 1 year old. So and who wants to bury their children? Children should be burying their parents. But I believe that this is something that need to be talked about, and things that we don't talk about. But it's an interesting topic. It's an interesting subject, because it makes you think, why is our lifespan is cut short? But it's all for a purpose, and the purpose is because the things are so tainted today, and it wasn't back in the days of old. When God was what the purpose is always still stand. Don't get me wrong, but I believe that now that this everything that is transpiring today, just all this artifact stuff and all these ingredients that they putting in the stuff and artificial things, and it's just not good for our bodies, and so it kills the body, decays us deep down inside. But always, if you can, exercise, eat good, and keep your mind right, because that keeps you young as well. Because when you stress, it adds age to you. And stay away from cigarettes and alcohol and drugs, and just keep your body as pure as you can. And hopefully you can get to an age where you have lived a life where you may pass away at 90 years old or 95 or 100. So again, I think this is a topic that needs to be talked about, and to just give you something to think about, because it definitely had me thinking. So I'm happy to get to the age where I'm at. And even when you start seeing gray hair and stuff, just say, you know what? That's a sign of wisdom. God bless you. Thanks for tuning in.